Awesome, man. All right, so yeah, so before we begin, you want to tell a little bit about how you've been doing in arena, what your best class is, your worst class, and your average wins, maybe?
Uh, to be honest, I'm pretty bad in my opinion. I play pretty casually, but I would like to get better at it, obviously, because I'm doing the coaching.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't think I really have like a best class, worst class. I'm just trying to I'm essentially just trying to figure out like what would be best for me.
Okay, so are you more of a like
I
a
would say I'm more
newbie
of
in
an
arena?
aggro, mm,
How many
newbie
like
slash.
can I see how many arena wins you have?
I think it's like
Yep, that
uh,
button.
uh, uh,
Yeah, that button. Just
this.
yeah.
Okay, yeah,
41. Oh wow. And this is your only account?
yeah. Yeah.
Wow, you really don't play, huh?
No, not that much
My like
at
10,000
all.
games is probably just like disgusting to you, huh?
No, I mean, like I do like this game. It's just like I don't play it as much as I can.
I know a lot of people that would rather watch people play. Like I used to be like that. I'd rather watch people play games.
Right.
Yeah. So if you yeah, so yeah, okay, let's get into the arena. So you like more aggressive classes, you said.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's get in.
Okay. Actually, let me just retire this one because it's really bad.
It's okay. No worries. Hunter is more is a more difficult class to play in arena, so it's not
Right.
bad. Okay, it's fine. He's hot. See, Tomadius is already
There
it's like
you
sweating
go.
over you. Okay.
All right. Let's go.
All right. So, did you say what your average win was? I know you only have 44 wins, so you probably haven't played that many arenas.
Yeah, I think my average is maybe 4 to 5. I think my best is like 6 or 7.
Okay. Okay. And how often do you watch the stream?
Uh, Pretty much every day that you do stream.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Awesome, dude.
Well, I mean, I haven't watched for too long though, but
Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, out of these classes, we can play any one you want.
uh
Is there one in particular that you want to learn?
I guess priest. I never actually really played priest, so might as well learn.
Okay. Cool. Sounds good to me. All right. So let's do this in a way where you tell me what you want to pick, and then tell me like a couple reasons why it's better than another card, like your second choice. Um, and
Uh-huh.
yeah, then I'll correct you if we need correcting, or I'll like give you some of my input afterwards.
Sure.
Hmm.
Well, first of all, I'd probably cross out Murloc especially as a first pick, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's either Twilight Drake or Sun Fury.
Hmm.
I don't know how much card draw Priest has, so I don't know how big of a booty the Twilight Drake would have.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
I would
So
assume Sun Fury.
yeah, so here you really want to just go by stats, and like with two drops, you have like 2 mana 2/3s, 3/2s. They're both fine. And Twilight Drake will on average be like a 4/5. Something's a little bit better, something's a little bit worse. But the Twilight Drake has the downside of being silenced, and then you kind of get screwed by silence in that way.
Especially like Shaman Earthshock.
Yeah, Urshock, of course, Urshock is a big problem, but it's a bit of a risky play to play Twilight Drake. And if you ever get to like a top decking situation, Twilight Drake is pretty bad. And another thing to consider is since we're playing priest, usually priests have really heavy curves. So what we need to do is stabilize, and if we end up stabilizing, we'll be in a pretty decent spot. And some Fury Protector, even in the late game, is pretty good
Uh-huh.
because of
All
the
right.
card effect.
So go ahead and pick it.
Yep.
Sweet. Mm, so Angry Chicken is usually pretty bad. It might work in Priest because you could buff it up, but I don't really like it.
Mm-hmm.
I think Soul Priest is probably the best pick just because it allows us to, I guess, go aggro if you have to.
Yeah, it's a really good control card because it helps us like control the board, right? It helps us remove small things from the board, which priest can't do very well, right? A
Mhm.
lot of our removal is like Shadow Word Pain, Shadow Word Death. Don't have a good way to deal with like just like a small thing, just like one small thing, or just like help
Right.
us trade up. Yeah, the mana wraith and the angel chicken really aren't that good, so this one isn't so hard, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Piloted Shredder for this one,
Yeah, pretty
just
easy.
because it's so strong.
Yeah, I mean, usually with minions, when it's all minions, it's pretty easy to pick. It's when you get offered like a spell, that's when you gotta kind of gauge whether you need another minion or the spell. Just with minions this early on, we just want to go with the highest quality minion, and Pilot Shredder is definitely the best card out of the three.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Light Warden, I would assume. I feel it's a good card. Maybe Holy Fire, but I'm not entirely too sure.
So here, this is a little bit tougher. Picks like this, where all of them are around the same in terms of like how good they are in their own like mana slot. We kind of want to just fill up whatever we need in our curve, but once again, we're so early on in the curve that we could probably go with either any of these. So here, I'd probably go with the upgraded repair bot. We have Pilot Shredder. Plus, if upgraded repair bot ever hits, it's pretty huge. It's like a 5 mana 5/9.
Uh huh.
Yeah, Holy Fire is just a bit slow. It's
Okay.
like an expensive version of Fireball for one less damage, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So Repair Bot.
Yes.
Okay. I think Dark Cultist is pretty good, but I don't know. I feel Anti Keelbot is also pretty good. I'm not
Um,
entirely too sure.
all right. So remember the thing we talked about how we want to go with just stats in Arena. So
Okay.
that's the
Oh,
reason why
just
Sun Fury and Twilight Drake we compare the stats. Dark
okay.
Cultist 3/4/3/4 is great, which is why Spider Take is really good. But it also
Uh-huh.
has the Death Rattle, which makes it even better.
Uh-huh.
Anti-Keelbot being a 5 mana 3/3, it might save you in a couple of games, but in most games, when you're losing that bad that you need that much heal, you've already lost on board as well. So healing and using most of your turn to heal your face doesn't help you get board control and doesn't help you come back, right?
Uh-huh.
So
So
we'd be
on that
better off with the Dark Cultist.
okay. Well, on that note, then, wouldn't a 5 mana 7/4 be good too, or no?
So 5 mana 7/4, the stats, if you compare it with like a Spiteful Smith or a Spectral Knight, it does have more stats than it, right? Because those have 10, and usually those are like pretty decent.
Uh-huh.
But it's just the stat placement on the card that makes that Salty Dog bad. It trades down too easily. Like think about like mages with like 2 mana 3/2s and ping. It just
Right.
doesn't survive on the board, and you want to go for cards that help you, just control the board in Arena.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So Dark Cultist.
Yep, and that's a great question though. Some nights Dark. I think Salty Dog gets a lot more shit than he deserves. He's not that bad, but it's nowhere near Dark Cultist.
Hmm. So I'm assuming it's Mechanical Yeti because it's so strong, but Force Tank is also not bad either. No.
So once again, we don't. As priest, we want to get value off our hero power. We don't want to rely on big minions because that just makes it harder to play out our hand.
Right.
Once we have board control, and this is where we try to get board control in the like mid game. This is where things like Shadow or Death start hitting. Shadow or Pain hits 4 drops sometimes. Shadow of Madness comes into play. Holy Nova comes into play. Having a very high 4 curve on Priest tends to do well because of this. Helps you board control a lot better, and helps you get a target ready for the late game for your hero power. So I think Yeti is great. Holy Smite would be my second choice. Force Taint just a bit too slow
Okay.
in already slow class.
So Yeti.
Yeah, Yeti's fine.
I think Gibbon is probably the best. I think Ironforge is actually not that bad either, but I'm not. I think it's still Gibbon.
Yeah,
This point.
it's Giblin, and Stealth is especially good in Priest since we want to get our hero power active, and our hero power is very reliant on having something to heal, right? So having something that's stealth that we can guarantee our hero power on, or things like Velens, or Temple Enforcer powered shield, any kind of buff, right, is really valuable in Priest. And if we just go by stats, Ironforge Rifleman really isn't like super terrible, but it's not the best card just because it's a 3-mana 2/2. We want cards that are not situational at all, and cards that we can just throw out on the board. And this is why I opted to go with the Upgrade or Repair Bot over the Holy Fire. Like, they're around the same in terms of value, but the Upgrade or Repair Bot is less situational, in which we can just play it on the board.
Okay. I'm assuming it's Mind Control, because the other two are probably just really bad.
Yeah, I mean, so like 1-drops used to be unpickable, but I think players are more accepting of 1-drops now. They're more willing to pick 1-drops. Things like Gold Sharpman, Grimscale, Oracle. Let's say that we had a deck with like 3 or 4 Valens already, right? Then we would start looking at picking those up just so we can have a head start on the board. Because picking a 1-drop, it's not that the 1-drop is going to get Valens. Like, sometimes it might, but if you're like player 2 and you coin out Valens, but usually it's the 1-drop that takes the hit from your opponent's 2 play, and then your 2-drop stays alive because of it, and then you have a Valens target. So it's kind of like a gambit. You give up a card and then you gain a little bit of initiative and board control. But here I would definitely go with Mind Control.
Okay. So it's either Mana Addict or Light Warden. I'm assuming Light Warden this time because of the 1-drop thing you just were talking about.
Yeah, it's gonna be Light Warden, but here it's more between Light Warden and Ravenhold. The Mana Addict, so if we just go by stats, like 2 for 1/3, it doesn't seem so bad because it's only missing 1 stat point, right? But
Right.
the problem is that in Arena, a lot of players are just picking generic like 2-mana 3/2s and 2/3s, so the Mana Addict doesn't trade well. And if it's faced up against like a 3/2, we can't even play the Mana Addict because we can't ping the 3/1 afterwards.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so here's going to be Light Warden, but I think Ravenholt is okay too.
Okay. Shadowboxer? I'm pretty sure. I'm saying Shadowboxer is number 1. 2 would probably be Sunwalker.
Okay, so here I would go with this Sunwalker. Shadowboxer would probably be number 2. Sunwalker is just insanely good in Arena. Against a lot of classes that don't have ping hero powers or can't ping very well, it tends to get a lot of value. And also, it gets value while getting you board presence as well. So it doesn't slow you down on board, which is insane. If you think about it, even if you're facing a mage, right? Let's say that they ping the Divine Shield on Sunwalker. They paid 2 mana for the ping, and then you paid 6. So let's take that 2 mana out that they paid. It's a 4 mana 4/5 now, which is a Yeti, right?
Right.
That's worst case scenario is you picked a Yeti. Best case scenario is they don't have a ping, and then you have like double Yeti.
Right.
Yeah. Sunwalker is disgusting. Yep.
So Um, I know you're saying looking at stats, but I like light spawn. I think mainly because like with priest you could just buff him up pretty insanely.
So this goes back to the Twilight Drake pick. We don't want to pick cards that put us at risk. We never want to
Okay.
be at risk of like silence taking out our entire turn 4 play or 4 mana play. So
Okay.
Shredder is a lot better.
Okay.
Yeah, and we don't have any buffs yet, right?
Right. That's true.
Mhm.
I think it's Thrallmar, and then probably Corehound second.
So this one, I think a lot of people would pick differently here.
Hmm.
Um, so Thrallmar is, if you just look at like when you play on curve, right? I do this a lot. It's not
Hmm.
always the case that you play it on curve, but this is very important to look at. Like if we play Thrallmar on 3, it doesn't do well against other 3 drops like Spider Tank, Ogre Brute, Scarlet Crusader, Harvest Golem. It just
Right.
dies for free against a lot of them, and it trades down with 2 drops as well. The Southsea Deckhand, on the other hand, it on turn 1, sure it might get pinged if they have a ping, but it still gets you initiative on your turn 2.
And they're essentially wasting their turn two to get rid of my turn one.
Exactly, and also like best case scenario, it does trade up sometimes. Like very often you'll see it trade up with 2 drops as well. It's just a
Okay.
lot better on 1 than Thrallmar Seer is on 3. So we're taking the card hit, but we're wait.
No, I mean I get you. I
Yeah.
get you. Like it trades up better, and then Thrallmar actually trades down.
Yep,
Kind
exactly.
of. Okay.
Hmm. This deck is
Uh,
pretty nice.
I don't know if three piloted shredders is too greedy, but I mean I do like Micro Machine, but I'm not too sure how good it actually is.
So you're between the shredder and the micro machine.
I mean I feel like they're all good. It's just like I don't know how heavy we're trying to go.
So we want to get board control in the mid game, and
Mhm.
we said that we want to spike up on 4. Shredder is the best 4 drop, best neutral 4 drop in the game. Temple Enforcer would be my second pick, and I
Mhm.
think it's really close between the two because we already have a good amount of 4s. But I'd probably take another Shredder just so we can guarantee something on board for the mid and late game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, Leper Gnome, same thing as Southsea.
Almost. I mean, so
Um,
here the difference would be, um, so we have 2 1 drops. Like I allow myself to pick maybe like a couple of 1 drops to do that. So I'd rather pick like a 1 mana 2/1 than like really bad 3/4s and 5s and 6s. But here I would rather go with the Circle of Healing. We already have Akonai Soul Priest, and also we have
mhm.
some synergy with the Light Warden as well. And the Circle really isn't that bad as a tempo card if you just use it for healing.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Uh, Shield Bearer, or we could go with the same thing as last time, Circle of Healing. I don't know how greedy it is to have two.
It's I don't know if it's greedy. I think it's just kind of silly to have 2.
Right. Okay. So Shield Bearer, I'm assuming.
I'm looking at the Divine Spirit, but also we don't have too many targets for it. Like we could Divine Spirit the Akonai, the Yeti, the Upgrade Repair Bot, the Sunwalker, and that's about it. Maybe the Cultist.
Right.
I'd probably still go with Divine Spirit though. It's an all-in play that we can make. And if
Okay.
it yeah, and if it works, then we tend to like double the value of the minion we Divine Spirited. So we could play
Right.
like we can't play Yeti as a 4/10. It's like having 2 Yetis in a way.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I would say Owl. Pretty much, because silence, like Owl is silence, but on a stick, and I don't think Young Dragonhawk is that good.
I've always said that I would rather pick this silence, 0 mana silence, rather over the Iron Beak Owl.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would. I would just take the regular silence. The 2/1 body really is not worth it for 2 mana. There's
Okay.
just nowhere to fit it in. Yeah. Oh my god. What
Um,
is this deck?
Shredder again?
Yeah, definitely Shredder again. If this pick came up before the Temple Enforcer versus Shredder pick, I would have taken the Temple Enforcer.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just something to consider because now we have 6 4 drops. We definitely, I don't think we want another one. At most, we want one more.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So then Spider Tank then? Because we're lacking on 3.
Yeah,
And it's
I'll
like,
take the Spider Tank.
okay. So I know we're heavy on 4. I think Tall Strider is a good card, but I don't think we need it. I don't know.
Tall Strider is like a backwards Yeti, right?
Mm-hmm.
The difference is the stat allocation on Tall Strider. It just 4 damage is really easy to do in Arena with True
Okay.
Silvers and Shadow Bolts and Flame Cannons and whatnot. So that's why Lost Tall Strider is like substantially worse than Yeti. Also, it trades down easier. Here, since we have so many 4s, we should be looking into filling up our other slots. I think Acolyte of Pain is fine.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think Death Lord.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I know you hate Defender, so
I don't. People always. Why do people say I hate cards? I don't hate cards. I just don't. I think some cards are better than others.
okay, all right.
It,
So I'm guessing Death Lord is the pick here, though.
yeah, Death Lord is
Especially
fine.
'cause we have that one Divine Spirit we could throw on it.
Sure, we have that too, but I think more importantly, it gives us some kind of board presence early on, and gives it to us immediately, right? It's a
Mm-hmm.
3 mana 2/8. We can catch up on the board really quick with this card. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. So we're 20 picks in. At this point, I would look at my curve and see what I need in my curve to have a fluid deck, right?
Right.
So here we have 2 1-drops, Light Warden and Southsea Deckhand. Light Warden is kind of a 2-drop as well because we hit their face and heal their face to make it a 3/2.
Uh-huh.
So we have 3 2-drops, including the Light Warden with Giblin and Sun Fury. So we probably want to pick up like 2 more to make that 5. 2 or 3 more is fine. And then on 3 we have Dark Cultist, Deathlord, Spider Tank. Want to pick up 2 more. I want to have 5. 5 is really good. I wouldn't mind having 4 either. So 1 or 2 more 3-drops is good. Akanai Soul Priest, Mechanical Yeti, Quadruple Shredder on 4. I'd say that we have enough 4-drops. And now we have 3 late game cards. I'd say that, the rest, after we fill up our curve, I'm okay with making the rest late game.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming Thought Steal.
Yeah, I mean, Thoughtsteal, we would classify that as a late game card, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like it. We already have 1 Mind Control, so I don't want to overdo it on Mind Controls.
Right. And I
Mhm.
figured Thought Steal would be better than the other one.
Mhm.
So for sure not Spiteful. It's either
Why?
Earthen. Well, the weapon.
So,
I don't know.
what if Spiteful Smith didn't have any text? It was just a 5 mana 4/6. That wouldn't make it any worse, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, just by stats, 5 mana 4/6s is like the average like 5-drop stat.
Uh huh.
Yeah, so it's not so bad. And if we need to fill our curve with it, it's a fine pick.
Over the other two.
I mean,
At this point, right?
well, so we also need 3-drops though, right? We could use 1 or 2 more.
Right. So I was debating. I was thinking Shattered Sun. Actually,
well, we have the Akanai Soul Priest and also the Light Warden to benefit
Right.
off Earthen Ring.
uh huh.
Yeah, so I'd probably go with the Earthen Ring because we have those synergies. But as a first pick here, I would definitely go with Shattered Sun. But Earthen Ring and Spiteful, they're pretty close.
Okay, so Earthen,
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
Okay.
Hmm.
Shadow or Death, we need cheap removal, I think. Because I don't really. We have enough 4 drops. Even though that one is a little harder to get rid of, I would. Well, not really, but it has extra value because it brings in another body.
Having 4 shredders are really good at dealing with big stuff. Much better than Yeti, right? Because after they die, we get the extra body, the death rattle.
Uh huh.
So my concern is more falling behind than it is keeping up in the late game.
Right.
You see how those two things are, like opposites.
Yeah.
It, so Shadow or Death being a card that would be good if we had like all Yetis, things with a high health amount and low attack amount,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because then we'd have to give them like 3-for-1s for Boulder Fist. I don't think that's so
Right.
necessary. I'd probably go with the Powered Shield to give us more board presence in the early game.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know Senjin's a really good card, but I think we're a little heavy on 4s.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like you said, it does help us not fall as behind, I think, against like early aggro.
Why? Why? So you, what is it? What is your top 2 picks here?
Mm, I think Spectral Knight or Senjin.
Why not Dark Iron Dwarf?
Yeah, I guess it helps our earlier drops trade up.
Mm-hmm. I think,
Yeah.
but also in this deck, because we don't have so many 2s, Dark Iron
Mhm.
Dwarf might be hard to hit.
Right.
But then again, we do have sticky 4 drops with Powder Shredder. Dark Iron Dwarf doesn't have to be a turn 4 play. It's hard to say this one. I think either one of these, like all 3 of them, are fine. Spectral Knight a little bit better if we can't get on the board. It's like the first minion we can play that can stick. But since we
Mhm.
have 4 Shredders, I'm not too worried about sticking on the board.
Right.
Maybe we can go with the Dark Iron Dwarf or Senjin. You can pick either one. I don't mind. I think they're both equally good.
No, I'll go Dark Iron. We'll see.
Okay. We don't have this. We have 1 taunt. Oh, never mind. We have 2 taunts with Stonewalker and Deathlord.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I would. I'm gonna assume Northshire here because it's really good.
Yeah, I'll go with Northshire.
Yeah.
It adds to our late game, right? Because it's card draw.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Fairy Dragon.
Yes, we still only have 3 2-drops.
Right.
So Fairy Dragon is good. Glad to see that.
Jesus. So we need 5 drops. I don't know if you go for value over curve at this. Like I know you do, but with these picks, I don't know. Because it's like the same thing that you said earlier, where Salty Dog gets traded, like he gets traded up into, and Antique is just
Yeah, I mean, so here we do. I don't think the Salty Dog pick would be bad.
Mhm.
We have such quality for us that we probably protect the Salty Dog from trading down. But then again, like spiking on 4 really hard is not so bad because the 4 slot is so much better than the 3 slot, and it's also like really similar to the 5 slot. If you think about the Spectral Knight or the Spiteful Smith, they are 4/6s compared to a 4/5 Yeti, right? For 1 mana.
Mhm.
So I mean, you could go with either one. I'd probably go with the Mechanical Yeti. I
Okay.
think that'll be fine.
Mm, Frost. maybe Frostwolf. I think it's either Frostwolf or Boulder Fist because we want like a later card.
Hmm. We don't we don't really flood the board though as priest.
Yeah, that's true.
So Frostwolf Warlord is a little bit weaker. I think the Boulder Fist Ogre or Shadow Word Death pick would be appropriate. This is once again, I think they're both as good as each other. I'd probably go with Boulder Fist. Let's just put more pressure on if we're on the offensive, right?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Over just say like hard removal.
Yeah, I mean, if we pick the hard removal, it means that we want to play a longer game because we want to remove things instead of adding, onto the board to try to attack our opponent.
Okay.
So instead of trying to prolong the game, we just play Boulder Fist Ogre. Plus, it's just a good minion for every class, but especially priest since it has a high health amount.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Uh, I'm gonna say Tinkertown just because we have a lot that can, combo with it.
Oh yeah. How many do we have? Is that just 7?
I don't know.
Try scrolling down. Yeah, it's just 7, but 7's a lot. I think Tinkertown is fine. Take it here.
Okay.
Even Relic Tidehunter wouldn't be bad since we still need 2s, but let's be a little bit greedy.
All right. Well, I would just mass dispel.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I mean, it's a utility card. Plus, we have so many 4s that we don't have to play a bad one like Ancient Mage, and we don't have any like spells that benefit from spell damage.
Right. And then target dummy is just like not.
Dummy.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Nice. All right. So looking at this deck, we ended up with 1, 2 plays on 1, 1, 2, 3, 4 2-drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 3-drops, which is good. Could have used like 2 more 2-drops to be honest, but I think we'll be okay. And we have 1, 2, 4, 8 4-drops, which is a lot. It's a lot,
Right.
but it is the 4 slot, which is arguably the strongest slot. The strongest slot. And we have 4 late game cards. Could use a little bit more late game, but we also have the Thoughtsteal and Acolyte of Pain and Northshire Cleric to add to our late game. I think this curve is fine. I think the worst part about this deck is lack of 2-drops. Plus, we don't have that much removal. We have Akanai Soul Priest and Akanai Soul Priest, Mind Control, the Circle of Healing with the Akanai. That's pretty much all we have.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get into it.
So this deck essentially does not have any reach, though. It's like
Yeah.
I'm killing them with board control, essentially.
Exactly, and usually with priest, you want to focus more on board control because your hero power isn't very aggressive or offensive. It just helps you sustain a board. I don't want to sound repetitive, but that's what it does, right?
Right. So I'm
yeah,
assuming we get rid of everything except Tinkertown.
Give me a second. I'm still connecting here.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to read it to you, or?
I'm coming in right now.
Okay.
Okay.
I will fight with honor. The light shall bring victory.
Okay. So how do you want to do this?
I'm assuming ship everything except Tinkertown.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Since we don't have very many 2s, you can send it. Since we don't have very many 2s, we are okay keeping 3s in our opening hand.
Mm-hmm.
And if we ever have a 2 in our opening hand, then of course we keep it.
Right.
But yeah, generally we never have to keep a 4 with this deck, right? Since we have 8. We can expect to draw 1 by turn 4.
Mm-hmm. So just pass.
Yeah. All right. It's the Deathlord game. Are you vaping?
Yeah.
Nice, man.
Yeah, I have a box mod. Just pass turn. Do we?
So with the coin, you want to coin out when you have a follow-up play to the play you coin out. So if we coin out this turn, we coin out a 3, we want to have another 3 next turn to play. So we do have that, right?
Yes.
So which one do you want to coin out here?
I'm thinking coin Deathlord so that we could turn 3 Tinkertown into Piloted Shredder.
So here, I would coin the Acolyte of Pain, since he has a 1/1 out.
Uh-huh.
It's pretty easy, you know, draw 1 and then deal with his board. Puts us in the lead on the board, and also, you know, draws us cards, which is nice. And yeah, go ahead and do it.
Okay.
And things like Deathlord, anything with taunt, although it doesn't have like charge or a battle cry, the taunt itself is an instant effect on the board since it affects how the board trades. So if you play something that kills our Acolyte of Pain next turn, right, on his turn 3, then we can play the Deathlord to protect the
force
Acolyte
them.
of Pain.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm guessing Acolyte swing into the Silver Hands, and then I don't know if you Deathlord here or you Tinkertown. I think you Tinkertown here though. Or would you rather heal the Acolyte for the card draw?
So here, this is more difficult of a turn. Clearing the 1/1 would buff up the Flesh Eating Ghoul, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it being a 3/3, if we play Tinkertown, we make ourselves weak against not only True Silver, but also Argent Protector stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So here I would choose to play the Deathlord, but before I do that, I would hit the Acolyte of Pain into the 2/3 instead. That way yeah, because if we hit into a 2/2, Deathlord kills it in 1 hit, right? And we don't have to buff up the Acolyte of Pain yet.
Okay.
Okay, good. So if you imagine your board, it would be 1/2, 2/8 up against a 3/3, right?
Right.
And so we just have to keep our eye on it and be like, oh, was that better or was that worse? It's just this is just a game of like comparing, you know, end board states. So you made that trade for us. Good. So how would this have turned out if we went with your trade?
I would have a.
He wouldn't have been able to kill the Deathlord. That's something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we just match a Shredder? I'm assuming. Actually, I think we could Dark Iron Dwarf the Acolyte of Pain and trade. So it's my 4 drop to his 2, even though he has a True Silver up.
I think that's fine. I mean, yeah, the True Silver, True Silver makes Dark Iron Dwarf a lot worse, but I would still do it.
Right. It gives him initiative though, no?
It does, but there's no way we can get initiative with just Shredder, right?
Okay.
There's no way we get initiative with any play here. Have a lot of cards. Hey, it's not so bad. Once we start getting our Shredders down, though, we should be fine.
Right.
Okay.
I'm assuming repair bot helps its like buffs itself, right? If there's no other target. I've
No, it
never
doesn't.
actually.
It has
Damn
to.
it.
It has to buff another minion. Yeah.
No.
If it did that, then it would be like the best card in the game.
I know. All right. Well, wishful thinking. Mm, not too sure.
So here we want to. I can see you want to buff something with the repair bot, right? But I don't
Right.
think that's possible in this game. We're already far behind, and we just play Shredder to try to get the buff off next turn. Not only are we missing 1 mana this turn, we're missing 1 mana next turn as well if we play Upgrade Repair Bot on 6.
Right.
Not only that, the Shredder doesn't trade so well with the 3/5, right?
Right.
Yeah, so we just play the Upgrade Repair Bot.
Okay.
Okay. Kinda gross.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have a. I think we have a bunch of plays.
What do you like?
Well, for sure we need board control. I don't know if we. Thing is, like, all our cheaper minions can just be easily traded off.
Mm-hmm.
Can't really see a way to trade favorably or have, force him to have awkward trades though.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
I mean, this turn I
Maybe-
kind of see it as a series of turns. I look at this turn and next turn. What am I trying to play next turn with 7? I like Pilot Shredder Tinkertown on turn 7.
Right.
So on this turn, we can't really set up the North Shower or Light Warden for anything. So I'd probably just play Pilot Shredder and heal my face.
okay.
Yeah, we slow down here, but it's not much we can do. The Paladin had a really pretty strong start. And this is Shaman and Paladin is going to be our worst matchup since we don't have a way to deal with just like their natural hero power, and they have good removal, right? And if we get removed from the board, it's hard for us to buff or use our hero power on anything.
Right.
Yeah. So
But
this
I
matchup
also
is
remember
terrible.
you said Paladin has, really strong counterplay, which is why
Yeah, they do.
you want to be actively removing their board.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not really possible with this one though.
So
So
Tinkertown Shredder.
I would be careful here because you want to make sure you play it in the right order, right? You wanna
Right.
Make sure you play the Shredder first and then the Tinkertown. That way,
Uh-huh.
the Tinkertown, you get the spare part from the Tinkertown deck.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See how it turns yellow? You need
Oh, yeah.
you need a mech on the board.
Right.
Yeah.
For some reason, I read that wrong. I thought it was in your hand.
Very good.
My bad.
Like these it's just a little bit confusing. Like all these little things.
Yeah.
Especially if you don't play it a lot. If only we could keep that. Wild Pyro would be pretty good in this deck.
Right.
Usually it is in priest decks. Okay.
So turn 8.
Holy Nova would be pretty nice here.
We passed it for a spider tank.
Yeah. I mean, we don't have Spider Tank in our hand, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So
I
we
get
wouldn't
it.
have Holy Nova in our hand.
yeah. Um, do we just drop Sunwalker and then
So here.
heal?
Alright, so look at this board. He has 3 cards plus, let's count his board as 3 cards, okay? So he has 6 cards. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. After we draw, we have 9. If we don't count the emergency coolant as a card. Plus we have the Dot Steel. And I'm going to say that our deck is probably a little bit heavier than his since we're Priest. I
Mhm.
wouldn't mind giving up cards just to get some kind of hold on the board. Having said that, playing as many minions as we can will help us get the board back. So here, I would probably just play Northshire Cleric, the Dark Cultist, and the Pilot Shredder. If you look at how these trades, the Northshire Cleric can't be killed that easily. Right?
And the I'm sorry, what was the last one?
And the Pilot Shredder.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And just pass.
Yep. So if you look at this, the Northshire Cleric, although it has low attack, right, you always want to look at what's trading into it. If he runs like the 2/2 and the 1/2 into Northshire, then
It doesn't die.
It does die. It does die.
Well, oh, yeah.
But then he
Oh,
runs
sorry.
those into that, which allows us to keep our Dark Cultist alive, or the 4/3, or the 2-drop that comes out. We have counterplay is important, which is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it does something on this board. Is what you should get out of it. Like there, it ate a Holy Wrath, so it got us 5 mana.
Right.
Yeah.
Reporting for duty.
Man, this guy's not scared of Holy Nova at all.
I know.
So here he has a secret up, right?
Yes.
Let's attack him with the 3/4 to see if we can trigger it. Okay. And we'll see where it lands. This redemption, freak my life. Okay, so how do you think we should go from here? Honestly, I would Thought Steal. Like, we can Thought Steal into Sunwalker, we have follow-up, or we can Thought Steal into Mechanical Yeti. But also, if we just get Consecration, it's game over. It's like a lot less stress. Alright, pretty useless at this point.
Right. I'm guessing just Sunwalker then.
Well, so we want to trade the 4/3 for the 3/1, right? We're getting pretty low. I'll just trade it
Okay.
in. Yeah. Then we'll see what we get out. Okay. And he has how much damage? He has 5, 6, 7. If we play the Sunwalker, you could clear it. I think
Right.
that's fine. I'll play the Sunwalker here.
Sure.
Even heal Yeti wouldn't be bad. Right?
Oh shit! I thought I clicked end turn.
Okay. Maybe we should heal Yeti. Yeah, I think I like heal Yeti better.
Instead of the
Instead of the Sunwalker.
Asio?
Since he has the
Oh.
1/1 out.
oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe Sunwalker saves us from dying this turn. He has 5, 6, 7. 7 damage isn't super unlikely with 10 mana. Okay. Mind control and we win.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Reporting
That
for
would be
duty.
amazing. It's a pretty risky play from him to play that into a priest with this many cards.
Right.
All right, so what do you think?
Light Warden, Farseer, Yeti, and heal.
So first thing I look at is this force tank. We can't deal with it, right? And I don't really want to take 7 damage. So
Right.
I would freeze it. I would definitely freeze it here.
Okay.
So we have 9 mana left, and we want to play more situational cards. So we attack the Amani into the 1/1, and we have nothing else to clear, right? We pretty much dealt with this board. So I'll play the Light Warden to get it going,
Mm-hmm.
and then the Yeti. Yeah. And then the Giblin, and I would heal my face. I don't want to heal the Amani because then it loses its damage, right?
Right.
And the plan here is next turn we could silence the Force Tank, and then we could Earthen Ring our face and Dark Iron Dwarf the Light Warden, or we can do that with the Amani, depending on what he
Right.
plays on his board.
Reporting for duty.
Okay.
So to silence it.
Yeah, let's go with silence. And so here, all right. So we can run the 2/3 into the 1/1, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, let's do that. And we can heal the 2/2, right? And we can Earthen Ring our face.
Trade the 7/2 into the 7/7.
Yep. And then Quartermaster up. Because we could still save the Dark Iron Dwarf to get the buff off, right?
Right. And just go face.
Yep. And you can see how we kind of stabilized here. And this is how
Yeah.
most of our games are going to be. We're going to be suffering through the first turns, or like the early game. And then once we come back, it'll pretty much be
Right.
smooth sailing from there.
Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty.
Okay. 12. Alright, what's your play here?
I would say the Amani into the Stalker. Dark Iron the Earthen into Kodo. And then just Yeti into one of the 1/1s and drop a Shredder. Or Boulder Fist, actually.
So, I mean, the 5/5 can go into the 3/5, right? We don't have to Dark Iron.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was just because I didn't know how low you wanted the Amani to get.
I mean, we're going to drop more minions at this point. So, like, even if he kills our Amani, it's not a big deal. We don't want to try to preserve every single minion. We want to preserve a strong board that can hold itself, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
So trade.
yep, we trade, and then with the 4/5, I would start clearing 1/1s. He has a Quartermaster, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'd clear 1/1s with both of them, and play Boulder Fist Ogre and Shredder.
Okay.
So since we're playing more minions, we don't have to worry about him trading for the 5/2, right?
Right.
It's like he kills the 5/2, so what? We have a 6/7 and a 4/3 now. Okay. Hey.
There you go.
Alright, so we kind of simplified the board here, which is
Right.
good. Whenever you simplify the board, the player that's ahead is winning. It's like a easier win for them. Alright, nice. That was a long first game.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, you always want to. So, what you want to focus on is, like when you have options between two different 4-drops. Like in that game, we could have Dark Iron Dwarf the 1/1 Acolyte, or we can just play Shredder. You want to just compare the board.
Uh-huh.
With how did Shredder play? It's a little bit harder because if we played Shredder, he would definitely use his True Silver on it, And the 4-3,
Right.
if we get a 2-3, he might kill it for free with his shredder. It was just a lot of bad things that could happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Keep the 2 3s and pitch Piloted Shredder in silence.
So Acolyte Pain is a little bit slow. We want to pick like 2 and 3 drops that have good stats
Uh-huh.
for our opening hand. So we don't want to keep the Acolyte Pain.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So pitch everything except Dark Cultists.
Exactly.
Okay. Just pass.
Yeah. It's fine.
I think we coined Tinkertown. Actually, no. I think Cultist, actually.
I don't. I think that's fine. I like Coin to Your Town. It beats his 2-3, right?
Right.
Yeah. I think that's good.
As opposed to Cultist, it has a
I mean,
better
it checks for Shadow Word Pain first. They both beat it, right? You don't
Right.
need to beat it with the 3-2 as opposed to a 3-1.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So they both beat it, but Dark Cultist is overall the better card, so we want to keep it and play it second after we have board control, so the Death Rattle can hit when we have another minion on board.
Okay, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, let me silence that.
You're good.
Cultists?
Yeah, I like it.
No swing?
And just hit his face,
Or
right?
face? Yeah.
Yeah, we have nowhere else to hit. Because he doesn't have 3 attacks, he needs some kind of buff. Like, if he has Defender of Argus here, we pretty much just lose the game. But it's actually pretty fucking scary if he has Defender of Argus. Okay. Wow. Okay. What do you think?
I think it's just Yeti
Yeah.
as opposed to.
So he couldn't
some of
kill. He couldn't kill the Dark Cultist last turn, so he doesn't have +1 damage, right?
Right.
So if we play Yeti, it's gonna be hard for him to remove it since he's a priest and Yeti has 4 health or 4 damage.
Right.
Yeah. As long as we can stick on the board Dark Cultist when it hits, we should be in a decent spot at least. Mhm.
Okay. And just go face?
Yep. We don't want to play like double 2-drop because he can trade for it, right?
Right.
We don't want to let him kill anything. I think very likely here, he might do like double hit into Yeti here. We'll see.
Ready, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. Hit the 2-1?
Why the 2-1?
Just so we could heal it back to full if we have to. We could also, we could Sun Fury
And okay, so
to give it.
so here
sorry.
what I'm thinking is, even if we hit the 3-1, it's a 3. We get a 3-1 Dark Cultist, right? And
Right.
against the priest with 2 attack and 4 attack, there's no difference between it being a 3-1 and a 3-2. So there's no point in
Right.
killing the 2-2 or the 2-1.
Right.
So here I would
Okay.
kill the Dark Cultist and see what happens. Hopefully it buffs up one of the 2 attack guys. Okay, cool. And now we could play just more minions. We could play Fairy Dragon and... So start with the Fairy Dragon and then pause. I want to freeze the 4/4 so you can't get a good trade. And I would put the Sun Fury on the very left. Very left.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, that's good. So why do we... So the reason why we put it on the very left is because we want him to pop the Dark Cultist first. I don't... If he has a way to clear, I don't want him to like double trade and then remove our entire board without giving us the buff.
Right.
Yeah, so I want the buff to go off. That's the big thing. And I don't want him to trade anything with the 4/4, excuse me, because it kills things for free. Right?
Right.
Okay.
I think we just repair bot.
And what else?
How much should we worry about Lightwell? Should we kill that off or should we trade?
We should definitely remove his damage. A lot of board control is just through damage on board. So if we remove 4 damage from this board for free,
Right.
right, then he only has 6 while we have 5 plus the 5 from the repair bot, and that'd be 10. So I would remove, you know, the 2/1 and the 2/2.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So pause here. Do we want to circle? If we circle, it'd be 2/3 and a 3/5. It does give him problems a little bit. I would probably circle here. I think circle's fine. It does do something. Helps us keep our Fairy Dragon alive, unless he trades both of them in.
Right.
Yep.
Because if he wants to kill the Sun Fury, then he has to swing the 4/4 into it.
Yeah. Not only that, but if he wants to kill the Fairy Dragon, he has to swing both of them into the Fairy Dragon as well.
Right.
So it makes it a lot harder for him.
The light does not discriminate.
Ooh. Summon circle. Okay. What do you think here?
We could Dark Iron the Sun Fury into the 4/4, or would we rather
So what
kill
I
Dancing Steel or Dancing Swords?
so to assess this board, like the first thing I look at, it's like I look at like what is the liability on our board, and if we give the board back to him, the liability on this board is the 2/3, since he can kill it for free with the 4/4 or the 4/3 or the 4/4, right?
Uh-huh.
We never want to allow free trades because then that's how they get more board control. I would Dark Iron's worth the 2/3 because of that for the 4/4. So that's your play, right? And
Yes.
that's just kind of how I get to that. It's like I look at, you know, what is something I need to fix on the board.
Right.
Hmm.
So we kill the Dancing Swords though, right?
Yeah, we want to draw the card as soon as possible in case he has like a silence or, you know, we never end up killing it, kind of thing.
Okay.
Ooh.
Do we 5/5 into 4/4?
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
And we can also Earthen Ring, right? Earthen Ring the 5/1.
Yeah, sorry.
Yep, perfect. Nice.
The dam stand ready.
For a little while, I have to take punch.
Okay. So what do you think here?
Must consider
We can go 4/4 into Shadow Boxer, Earthen Ring into Micro Machine, Piloted Shredder, Divine Spirited, and heal the 4/4.
Okay, almost. I would probably Divine Spirit the 4/4, right? Because that gives us 4 health. While if we Divine Spirit the Shredder, we only get 3.
Right. Okay.
Yep, but
So
that's
do
good.
that first.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that. So one thing that he didn't do properly was he didn't block us from getting good trades, right?
Right.
And
I'm
that's
healing
why.
the Dark Guardian first, right?
Yep, because it doesn't matter if we heal the Earthen because he kills it for free with the 3/4 anyways, right?
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So like one thing he didn't do is he put a bunch of guys that we kill for free on the board. And that's kind of how we got the board control back.
Right.
Yep. Just keep your eye on that. Be like, oh, why is he giving us good trades? And that's how you that's how you can read your opponent's hand. You can tell things about the strength of your opponent, skill wise and whatnot. Okay. We always draw first, right, when we have mana?
I'm sorry. Come again?
We always draw first when we have the mana too. Since we have 9 mana, and even if we heal Death Lord, we have mana left over Thought Steal, we always Thought Steal.
Mm-hmm.
Correct? So let's see what we draw first. Okay. Alright, what's your play?
I think we kill the Gnomish with the 4/8.
Why the Gnomish? So one thing that we gotta watch out for on this turn is the possibility of him having mind control, right? 'Cause now next turn's gonna be his first turn having 10 mana, so I'll try to take a little bit more damage on the Dark Iron Dwarf. So I would hit the 4/8 into the 3/2, just pop it.
Oh, I was actually wary of hitting that one because you didn't want to buff something.
Yeah. And then I would just play the Light Spawn.
Okay.
And
And heal?
I would heal our face. I'd run the 1/4 into his face. So what I would have done here, I would have run the 1/4 into the 2/3, but we didn't really have time. It's not a big deal, anyways. So he doesn't have mind control.
Right.
Bad. Okay. He killed it. Okay. What do you think?
I think we just drop these 3.
Okay.
I don't know if we want to go Light Spawn into...
Well, let's draw the card with Gnomish first, because we always want to draw first, right?
Right.
It's either we draw first or we just play Mind Control. Those are the 2 options.
Right.
Okay. So what do we talk about? We don't want to give our opponent good trades on the board. So if we don't trade the Light Spawn, what does he do with his 5/5?
Trades into the 4/5.
Yeah, and that would be really bad, right? Because it would be a 5/1. So that's why we got to kill the 5/5.
Right. Which of these 2 of these 3 though? I think Spider Tank and Deathlord.
I like Spider Tank, Acolyte of Pain, and then I would kill the 2/3.
Okay.
This allows us to, try to draw cards. Since we have no hand, and we are ahead on the board, we don't have to worry about getting rushed down. We can make a slow play like Acolyte of Pain, whereas Deathlord is a lot better if we are getting rushed down.
Right.
Yeah.
Plus, if he somehow manages to kill it, that's an extra card on the board.
Yeah, and plus it just cycles Yeah, I mean, and with the Acolyte Pain play, it cycles the card, right? And we need to get into things that actually put pressure on our opponent. Something
Right.
like completely get him off the board. Okay.
Uh, do we still worry about the Lightwell or no? Or do we just Sunwalker face?
So
Actually,
here, something to watch out for is just the fact that he held two cards, right?
mhm.
It's very suspicious. It could mean that they have really low damage, and he doesn't want to play it into Acolyte Pain. It could also mean that he has like Mind Control or Holy Nova, something situational, some kind of spell. Here, I would clear his board with the three. I would clear the Lightwell with 3/4 and 2/4. Yep, and then we could just hit face, and I wouldn't develop any more on this board. I don't think we. So you never want to overdo it on the board.
Right.
Yeah, and then we could just
Heal
the,
face, heal for 2.
the Dark Iron Dwarf, because that's our best minion, right?
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Because if we play Sunwalker, it just makes us weaker against Mind Control.
Right. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's a crazy board.
This freaking Mech Warper. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Hmm. Alright. What do you think?
Mm, you just Boulder Fist face? Because we don't really have any favorable trades, I don't think.
Yeah, we don't have favorable traits, but I would draw the card off Acolyte of Pain. So I would hit it into the 2/13. Because it doesn't really. Doing 1 extra damage to face doesn't really do much, right?
Right.
So we should try to force the card draw here. See if we can draw into a good play. We couldn't. And here, we could play Sunwalker Shredder, or we can go Boulder Fist Ogre Pilot Shredder. We could even do like Boulder Fist Ogre Death Lord. We could also even Mind Control. I kind of like Mind Control the 6/6 because we have to trade our board for it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it saves our 3/4 and 4/5.
You just go face.
Yep, that's fine. Even double hitting into that Mech Warper wouldn't be so bad. We never want to think our win condition is off like face damage. We always want to think of it as just like complete, just
Board
just-
control.
Yeah, we're using that word a lot today. Board control, or just getting rid of all of our opponent's cards, right? Just out carding our opponent.
Right.
Yeah. Hey.
So
So that mind control came from the very left, right?
yes.
Yeah. So if we played Sunwalker on the turn where we slowed down, then he would have mind controlled the Sunwalker for sure, right?
Right.
Yeah. So it's good that we played around it on that turn.
Okay.
Yeah. But we can. Yeah. Go
I'm
ahead.
guessing silence the 211,
Mm-hmm.
kill it.
Mm-hmm.
Does it matter what I hit it with?
Well,
think-
what are you gonna play from your hand? It depends on what you play from your hand.
I think it's safe to play Sunwalker now.
Okay, you can Sunwalker, and then we have 4 mana left over. We can Shredder, or we can Giblin Stalker heal. What do you think is
I
better?
think- I think I like Gibbon heal.
Okay, Sunwalker, and then let's hit it with the 3/4, and then heal the Dark Iron Dwarf.
Yes.
So why do we heal the Dark Iron Dwarf? We heal so we heal the Dark Iron Dwarf. Think about if you had another Mind Control. If we don't heal the Dark Iron Dwarf, he trades the 6/6 for it, right? Because it'll be a 4/5.
Right.
But after the Mind Control, if he does have it, then he can't kill the Dark Iron, and it gives us something that can hit into the Sunwalker or the the Temple Enforcer and survive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Priest is a little bit, especially like, it's like a harder deck to play because we don't have early game, and a lot of it's just like planning to catch up. And
Right.
You have to like turn plan like crazy with decks
Which
like
is
this.
where I struggle the most with.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Good. And that's 2 solid wins, right?
Right.
Yeah. All right, I'll let you pilot this one,
You asked.
Okay.
and then I'll just like kind of you make the plays and I'll comment on them.
Okay. So I would pitch the repair bot and shields. Keep the Death Lord because we're low on low drops.
Sure, I like that. The shield is no good without something to use it on, right?
Right. Turn on cleric. Pass.
Mm-hmm.
Is someone injured?
Pass.
Yeah.
So we could acolyte here. He can't. He could kill it by swinging and pinging, but then he essentially has to play a 1-drop, which he
But he
missed.
still keeps his mad scientist, right?
Right.
Yeah. So we want to play something that kills our opponent's board. That's
Okay.
very important. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you.
No,
But
no, no.
It's just, I mean, that's like an okay. That's like how you should be thinking of it, but it's because our acolyte doesn't challenge his board immediately, right?
Right.
We're not getting ahead on the board. We're just cycling. That's just cycling the acolyte of pain, and we don't really want to cycle at this point.
Right. Okay. I think we just piloted Shredder, swing into the 0-2.
Yeah, pretty easy. Correct play was to heal opponent's face. Dang it, missed out.
No, the misplays.
Okay.
Tinker heal, the Death Lord.
Yeah, I like it. And then what else? Like, how would you trade?
I think I go for the blood sale
With what?
with the So I would swing the 4-3 into the 0-2, the Death Lord into the blood sale.
So if we did that and then we healed the Death Lord, it would be a 2/4 Death Lord again, right? Take 2
Right.
and then heal 2. Then we have a 2/4 up against his 4/4. That's not very good, right? Because it leaves him with a 4/2.
Right.
Yeah, so I think better would be run the Death Lord into the taunt and run the 4/3 into his 4/4. That way he can't get that free hit.
Uh-huh.
This also prevents him from killing the Death Lord. Mm-hmm. That's interesting. So he can't kill the Death Lord with his current board, right? Because he only has 5
Right.
damage.
Right.
Yeah. And the longer we can... whoa. We need some
Well.
luckers here. Alright, not bad.
There you go.
That's pretty damn good, actually. Oh, he fucking left.
What the?
Oh, good.
I guess.
I mean, we got him off the board is the thing.
You're
We-
right.
Yeah, we kill it with the 4/3, and then that's kind of why Death Lord is good. It got us that tempo back, right? After we had a good
Right.
start with the Mad Scientist. Yeah. Good.
Let's go. What am I gonna do with all this money?
Have averaged just under 8 wins my past 5 arenas. All thanks to the dankest arena stream on Twitch.
Hey, awesome, Ixia. That's awesome, dude. Thank you for the tip. Dankest. The dankest, man. Game was over at Coin Flame Cannon Cleric. Huh?
Light shall bring
When did that happen, Carlos? Wait, am I? I'm confused.
That was our turn 1.
Really?
Yeah. And then that's why we passed on turn 2. Pitch powered shields mech yeti.
Yep. I like that.
Okay.
Because we can't use Powered Shield on Fairy Dragon, right?
Right.
If it was any other 2-drop that we could, I would just keep the Powered Shield. Because I always think of it as, yeah, go ahead and do it. It's a good analogy here. We just need just something on the board, right? And once that thing comes back to us on the next turn, and that means it stayed alive, we can start throwing all kinds of buffs on it, and then that's where we start growing our board control with our hero power. Yep.
Okay. I'm assuming just drop Light Warden and pass.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Okay.
So many shredders. Oh my god.
For a little while, I got a big punch.
Fairy Dragon? Pass. Oh,
So-
swing face.
So that would give him a good trade, right? He gets to kill our
Right.
Light Warden for free. So so there's a trick. The reason why I call Light Warden also a 2-drop is here you can hit face and you could heal his face to make it a 3/2, which would make this a 1-for-1 trade.
Right.
Yeah. So I would go with that. Because essentially we're just giving him the Light Warden for free if we do that. So we want to hit his face and heal his face. That way they trade. We don't have to waste a Fairy Dragon.
Okay.
Okay. Nice. It would have been a lot better if we had Sassy Deckhand here, huh? Yikes. Okay.
I think we just South Sea Sun Fury?
Yeah.
Because then you have to essentially get rid of his board to clear it.
Yeah. Everything trades 1-for-1, right?
Right.
Yeah. So this gives us even board state. It's really a question between do we South Sea Deckhand and Fairy Dragon or South Sea Deckhand and Sun Fury?
Right.
Yeah, I think either one is fine. Sun Fury might help us stabilize in like the super late game, but don't really want to plan to hold that card for that long. Okay, this is really good for us because he's slowing down.
Right.
He used his entire turn 3 to draw a card, pretty much, right?
Right.
Because after this trade, it's like he just played 1/1/3.
Right. So.
Yep.
And then Shredder.
Yep. Nice. Kind of like a worse Acolyte of Pain. His third
Yeah.
replay. Just kind of fun.
So, do we shield the 4/3 and then see what we draw?
Yeah, let's do that. I like that.
I think we still go Shredder though.
So what are you gonna hit in with the 4/5? I want to kill any like board dependent class, like Paladin or Priest or Shaman. You want to deal with their bigger things. especially with Paladin and Priest, because that's what they like buff up and they heal and get value off of.
Right.
So the Northshire Cleric isn't anything if it has nothing to heal, right? So it's not
Mhm.
really a threat. Yep. we're gonna
And
Shredder.
then Shredder. Yeah.
So now he's just gonna trade that in, and that's good for us.
Right.
What is my schedule gonna be? There's no schedule yet, Kirsty. Still trying to fix my sleep schedule. Been trying to fix it for a couple months now. It's really not that funny. It's really just like sad. Oh man. Yeah, I just don't sleep well.
How late is it over there?
Right now it's almost 3 a.m. What about
Oh,
you?
okay. It's almost 2.
Almost 2.
Yeah. What?
You live in like Cali?
Cali? Yeah.
Wow. Really slow plays from his side. Wow.
What the
respect
crap?
for tempo. Alright.
So 4-3 into youthful.
So we wanna, instead of
Actually-
trading, why don't we just kill it for free, right?
Yeah, Soul Priest heal it or kill it, whatever.
Yeah. That's good. Nice. Wow, no respect for tempo. No respect for tempo at all. Okay. What do you like here?
I think it's just Boulder Fists. Because Northshire's not really.
Yeah. No need to play it yet, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Best way to fix your sleep schedule is to fast until the time you want to sleep and eat something starchy / carby. That sounds like it would work. I don't know why.
You just straight pass out for like 8 hours.
Yeah, just go into food coma.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty good. Just to like be like just like food pass out. What do you call that? Take a food nap. Food sleep. Alright.
Cleric. Run the Boulder Fist into the Guardian, and then heal the Shredder.
Run the Boulder Fist into the Guardian. Heal the Shredder. You know, so he draws the card after we heal. If he has Northshire out. Yeah, so you want to kill the Northshire. I'd probably kill the Northshire and then play our Northshire and heal our Shredder just to see what we draw.
Okay.
Yeah. So now we're pretty much giving him the option to trade into the Shredder or the Northshire, depending on what he thinks is threatening.
Mechanical or piloted?
Probably just play another Shredder.
Okay.
And
Go
then-
face?
Yep. So the Shredder is marginally better than the Yeti because of what we were talking about earlier in the draft, how it trades up. We no longer have to worry about small things. Like now we have to worry about big things, like for Snake Max, or like if he just plays like a War Golem, we can like double hit, and then we would have something left, right? Maybe think about it this way. things with like very high health are very good for stabilizing if we're behind on the board. But now that we're ahead on the board, this doesn't have higher attack, the Shredder, but in a way it does because something comes out of it.
Right.
Shredder is always good. This is why Shredder is like insane. Like it doesn't matter if we're behind or ahead. It's good, but Yeti is specifically very good if we're behind.
Okay.
Yeah. And see, don't even have to hit their face, right? You win off board control.
Concedes for days.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about Eloise joining Temple Storm? It's cool. I mean, we have a Chinese player on her team, and she has her own achievements. She's a skilled player herself. I think it's exciting and cool and nice. Okay.
Anduin versus Uther. I will fight with honor. The light shall bring victory.
I feel like my main problem is I just need to learn to, like, essentially just see, like, further into the game, essentially, and learn, like, better lines of plays.
Yeah, I think turn planning helps. Definitely helps.
Right.
Out.
I think we keep both the ones and then just pitch piloted.
So what? So why would we keep both the ones? We're going first, right? So it's not
Right.
like so we can make this decision here. Which one are we gonna play on one? If we do play something on one.
Right. I was thinking of North Star Cleric turn 1, hit heal on turn 2, and then Light Warden.
On turn 3, I would just keep
Yeah.
the North Shire,
Or-
and I would
Okay.
pitch the other two. 'Cause this allows us to draw into other 2 drops, and also maybe even a 3 drop. Light Warden on turn 3 with comboed with heal is a little bit too slow, right? Especially against a class like Paladin, which can kind of snowball, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So he probably doesn't have a 3-2 if he does that, or he might have a Direwolf Alpha.
Right. Think we still just Stalker here?
Yeah, I think Stalker's fine.
And just go face.
Yep. No need to taunt up Norshire, right?
Right.
Maybe we can hide her behind a taunt. Okay.
Do we go with Stalker and Northshire into the Trog and then heal Northshire?
So.
Or would you rather taunt the Stalker?
So here, instead of killing the Trog, I would first kill the ship's cannon, right? Because he might have a pirate. We don't have any spells in hand, and we can always kill the Trog or plan to play around that Trog buff, right? If we do draw into a spell. So I'd kill the pirate cat, the ship's cannon. Okay, so do we need to Sun Fury or do we need to heal? If we Sun Fury now, we'd heal next turn, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Uh,
But then again, we could Sun Fury heal next turn as well.
yeah.
It's tough. I'd probably heal the Giblin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Over the Northshire?
Well, so now we're looking for board presence. We don't really need the card draw. Once
Right.
like every game, like we won off like stabilizing, right?
Right. As opposed to okay.
Yeah. Not really with cards.
Swing into the Actually,
And we trade. We
I
take
think-
the.
yeah,
What is
sorry.
the trade? What is the trade you want to make on the board?
I think we go Stalker into Trog. And,
Okay, so make that trade first, because that always happens, right?
Right.
And is there a point to healing the Gibbon Stalker?
No.
Yeah,
Because he could.
exactly.
Well,
Exactly.
yeah. Okay.
There's no
'Cause-
point to healing it because it dies for free.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so now we know we don't have the hero power, so we want to play a 4-drop. We should play Shredder because it trades well with the 4/4, right?
Okay.
That's just how you want to think about it. You want to
Yeah.
have like you want to take steps. You want to take steps in figuring out what the play is instead of trying to like figure it all out at once.
Follow the rule.
Okay. Okay. So what is the trade we make on the board again? So how much damage do we have available?
We have 3 right now.
Okay. So with 3, we wanna deal with the 3/3, right? And remove as much as
Yes.
possible. But before we do that, because this turn we could play upgrade repair bot and save the shredder, we want to upgrade repair bot and then trade.
Okay.
Yeah. Usually I would look at the board and see what the board needs, right? Our hand is our hand supplements the board. That's what it is. It's man, what am I trying to say here? Using our hand, we try to make our board better. Is pretty much this game. It's Hearthstone. So, like, we don't know what we play from our hand without looking at the board. Okay. What do you think?
I think we Fairy Dragon. Fairy Dragon Soul Priests. Swing the piloted shredder into the silver hand, and then just go face with the repair.
Fairy Dragon Soul Priest. There is another play. I mean, we can Akanai and ping the Elder Peacekeeper, right? We want to just remove since he's Paladin, like as much as we can.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I'd probably Akanai ping, like use as much as our removal as we can.
You swing the 1/4 into it, right?
Yep. And then with the 1/1, we could choose to silence it and kill the 4/3, or we can kill the 1/1. I would kill the 1/1. I would just trade 1 for 1.
Okay.
Because on this board, there's still no good trade. If he hits
Right.
the 1/1, then we could ping it with Akanai. If he hits the 3/5, we laugh because it just killed itself.
Alright.
And now it's not so funny if it hits. Alright, that's not funny. Wow, he's not trading. No respect. Okay, what do you think?
I think we Light Warden. We can earthen the piloted. I don't know if you do that or the face.
I don't know how much longer we keep this as a 1/1. Like, there is definitely merit to popping it and try to get a bigger minion, right?
Right.
It's tough. I mean, 3/2 heal. 3/2 heal. Heal. Alright, I mean, I like Light Warden and then Earthen 3/4/2. It's actually a pretty difficult turn.
I think we.
Yeah, I think Light Warden into heal the Shredder with the with the hero power.
Oh crap.
It's okay. And then we kill the 2/1 with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we should heal it again. Or actually, sorry, pause. Sun Fury the 3/3 only, or the 1/1. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So the reason why I wanted to use our hero power instead was because we could do 1 3 2 5 2 3 4. We could play the heal from our face instead of the earthen. That would have been better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Boulder Fist Fairy?
So we can save stuff on our board, right? We want to keep as much stuff alive as we can. Especially
Right.
against Paladin. We gotta start smacking into 1/1s. We need a 1/1 killer.
Okay.
Like a dude killer.
So, I'm guessing shielded into Stormwind Knights,
Mhm.
heal the Sun Fury into the 1/1, and then we go Boulder Fist.
Perfect. Now we have a way to deal with big stuff with the Boulder Fist, and also we have a way to deal with all the small dudes with the 2/3 and 2/2. Nice. Okay. I didn't see your logic, but any reason for not silencing the Shredder then butting? You lose out on a 2-drop minion. That's it. It's a pretty big deal. I mean, you also lose out on the silence. The silence is a whole card by itself. I never liked plays like that where you give up your card to try to. It just doesn't seem very strong to me. You had to consider not only the 2/2 but the silence. Yeah, I don't think it's terrible. It's a very high tempo play, but it's just generally not the kind of play I like. Yeah,
Tinkertown.
and see what we get.
Something needs tinkering?
Okay, what do you think?
Freeze the.
Is there a point to freezing?
Actually, no.
We could probably just kill it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd just kill it.
I'm guessing we heal the Sun Fury though, correct?
Sure.
So we doesn't get a free trade.
Yep. And then yep, exactly. We want to get the free trades.
Right. Now, do we draw Fairy Dragon here or no?
What do you think?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, we have enough on the board, right?
Right.
The way I like to think about this is with 9 mana, like, what is the scariest drop you could do? Maybe like double Shredder, something like that, right? With this kind of board, we should be like well equipped to deal with 9 mana worth of drops, or like a 9 mana play. Like, he shouldn't be able to like over flood us. We wouldn't need Fairy Dragon's help to keep up with him.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So Sun Fury into the 4/2.
Okay. What else?
6/5 into the 1/1.
Yep.
Yeti, and I think it's. Is it okay to drop Dragon now?
Why would you and why wouldn't you? So okay, we always heal the Boulder Fist over here, right?
Right.
Let's do that heal. So why would you drop it and why wouldn't you drop it?
So it'd have 13. Essentially, it speeds up our clock from 3 turns to 2 turns. If he doesn't clear anything.
So we don't need to speed up our clock, right? Our win condition isn't damage. Our win condition is complete board control. So here, it doesn't add anything to our board since he just removes it with his cog hammer. So
Right.
essentially it's just us throwing a card at his
card
face
away.
for 3 damage. So we don't play it.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like Sinister Striking your opponent's face. Yeah, always look at it in terms of like, what kind of board presence does this card give me?
Reporting for duty.
Yeah, he's just wasting his weapon.
Huh. So heal Boulder Fist, swing at Guardian, 4/5 into 1/1 Shredder.
Almost. So you want to hit first with the Boulder Fist, right? That way we get the full heal.
Okay.
Yeah, if we heal first, then we only get one, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Good. We can deal with like anything. We're in a pretty secure spot, right? Even if he
Right.
death wings us, we'll just get a Doomsayer out of the Powder Shredder.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
The dream.
Dream. Why not Mind Control? Because Mind Control is a good card. I don't like throwing it in the trash. You never want to use cards when you just kill for free. Like the Boulder Fist killed that Guardian of Kings for free, right?
Reporting for duty.
Okay.
Heal the Yeti, Divine Spirit.
Alright, so here, okay, this one, you could do that. I think this is more of a preference. I would probably just run the 4/1 in to the Spellbreaker. Like, I think this is way too many things that we're trying to heal every turn, and we're not going to be able to heal all of them at once. Like, so, we're just going to be too weak to Consecration, I'll put it that way. If we try to
Right.
save everything. So I'll just sack the 4/1. Like, it's done its job. It's been good enough.
Okay.
And now we can just kill the 1/1 and then heal it and then Fairy Dragon. Yeah, I would rather have like 2 pretty sturdy guys than 3 guys that just suck. Teo.
Right.
Hey, and this is why we save Mind Control.
Well, so I guess it's a simple play.
Yep. And yeah, so like you can see, we could have Mind Controlled the Guardian of Kings, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it wasn't necessary. Divine Spirit, and then silence it.
No.
Yeah. Nice. 5-0?
Yes.
Awesome. Awesome possum. Yeah, I mean, as we go, like, if you have any questions, you should definitely ask me. Like, why, like, if you have any questions on, like, why we do one thing as opposed to another.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to like absorb it all.
Yeah, no, you're
Because
doing
I'm-
good. It's, I could see you, I think I could see you progressing. Like, you're progressing well, like, you're already making like, slightly better, like, trades and whatnot. And honestly, not, having only played, like, 40 arena games, you're doing really well.
So pitch everything except Tinkertown, essentially.
Sure. Okay. Okay. Yep. I like it.
Alright. So the next play, would we coin Tinkertown into Dark Cultist turn 3, or do we just pass on
So
turn
here,
well,
I don't
hit
really like
heal.
to. I don't really like to speculate. I mean, you could speculate what your play would be, but you really don't know at this point. Since
Right, okay.
This is where we got to see what he plays.
Okay.
So, what do you think?
I still think it's the correct play. Because next turn, if we play it now, he's I'm pretty sure he's gonna hit face with it.
I think
But
he'll
we
kill
could.
the Northshire. I think he'll kill the Northshire and then kill the Tinkertown. And he'll kill both our 1-drop and our 3-drop, and then play his own
Right.
3-drop. So to prevent that, I would play Coin Dark Cultist.
Okay.
Yep. You can see how like him just clearing board is really good there, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Oh, gross.
That's awkward.
It's not that big of a deal since we still have a 3-3 up against his 2-2.
Right.
It's still not fun. Okay.
Something needs tinkering.
Turn 4. What the crap do I do?
Yikes. Oh, here we go. The fun begins.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, there you go.
So,
I'm guessing just drop Shredder.
yeah, do you think it's worth it to silence here?
Mm,
He's definitely drawing another card off that Banatide. At least one more, right? If not
Right.
more. I would silence it. It's like trading our silence for his next random card, which is a great
Right.
deal. And this is why I say that this is better than the owl silence.
because it's free.
Yeah. Makes a pretty big difference here, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's still Shredder though, correct?
Yep. Yeah, the owl is just garbage. It's unplayable.
In general or in a
In-
priest deck?
In general.
Okay.
Yeah, even like maybe in Hunter, if you have a really aggressive deck, maybe you can use it as a finisher to help get bypass taunts, but it's just not good. I'll just not pick it. That sucks. Okay. Okay. What do you think here?
Mm, I think we still just Dark Iron Dwarf pass.
So let's go through. If let's say that we Dark Iron Dwarf, he would trade for the 5/2, right?
Yes.
And we can expect him to play 6 mana worth of minions, or like
Right.
taunt and 4, or like totem and 4, and then his flame tongue totem is still alive, and then that helps him get better trades. He keeps trading up until the flame tongue is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'd probably just mass the spell. It does slow us down, but it removes the flame tongue.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Like even here, the 0 mana silence, we get the card back from Master Spell, so I guess it's a little bit better, but still.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
I think it's Sunwalker.
Yeah, I like it. No Hexarino, please Areno.
I know. She probably has it.
Rastamat. Where's Moya Speed? Have you seen him? Have you seen him, Deadly?
Huh.
Moya Speed?
No. What is it? Or who?
Oh, it's just this funny guy who comes into chat and just like spams random stuff.
Oh, is he the guy that everyone just starts like copy and pasting?
Maybe.
Cause I see that a lot.
Alright, what do you like here?
He's storming the board. I don't know if you want to Thought Steal, Stalker, Fairy Dragon.
Yeah, I mean we thought Steal first, right? Maybe we'll draw into a better play. But that would be the backup for sure.
Right.
Yeah, let's stick with our backup plan. Yeah, so this is part of the reason why I said like Paladin and Shaman are really hard matchups for Priest. It's just like this flood we can't deal with. It's like
Right.
nothing we can do once they get ahead. Ew. Disgusting.
That's pretty gross.
Okay.
Mm.
I mean, he has 11. He has 14 damage, right?
Right.
So that means we have to heal ourselves, right?
Right.
But do we want to Light Warden heal Frostwolf, or do we want to Zombie Chow? Maybe Zombie Chow, right? Maybe Light Warden. Oh, Light Warden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because the thing is, like, he gets a free kill with Zombie Chow. Well, with all of them, but
Yeah.
Zombie Chow doesn't really do anything. I don't think.
Yeah, and I mean, plus with the Light Warden, we can heal again next turn and make it 5 damage.
Mm-hmm.
So it gives us more tempo overall over 2 turns.
Do I just Frostwolf?
Yeah. Okay. So if he has 2 damage, he wins.
Yeah.
Yeah, just some games you're just not gonna win, and that's just how it is.
Yeah. I mean, it's how the game plays, essentially.
Yeah. And that's where like, ooh, so that now we know that nothing in his hand does 2 damage. So we should keep that in mind.
Squire, attend me.
Ready, sir.
But yeah, that's where like when you build your deck, you kind of like got to think about like what if I pick this card, what matchup am I better against, and what matchup am I worse against with this card. It's a little bit more of advanced like drafting, but
I'll just concede this one, yeah?
yeah, it's over.
Yeah. 12-0 the dream is gone.
I mean, this deck, it's has a lot of good minions, but we have
Right.
no Shadow Word Pain, no Shadow Word Death, no Holy Nova, no Shadow Madness, which makes it a little
Yeah.
bit hard. No Valens as well, no Holy Smite. There's a lot of things missing, a lot of premiums that are missing from this deck.
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised, like super surprised if we went 12, but I don't expect it to go 12.
This thrall
Yeah.
Yeah.
for Doomhammer.
The light shall bring victory.
Okay.
Pitch 'em all?
Yeah. Gotta draw well. Is this the same shaman from last game?
To be honest, I didn't really notice his name.
You can click the your friends list and it'll show you your last played.
No.
Who you played against last. Oh,
Run that back.
okay. Okay. Okay.
Do we now? If I don't have a better play, do I still Earthen on turn 3?
Here.
Yeah.
So we're looking for board presence, right? So if he plays a 3-drop, we want as much damage on the board as possible.
Right.
So yeah, definitely. Imagine him coining out like a Yeti. That sets us up with the Dark Iron for sets us up with the Dark Iron to trade up Yeti's engine.
Uh-huh.
It's just a very likely. It's not a super unlikely play on his turn 3.
Right.
So there's a Yeti. So if we played anything else, our Dark Iron wouldn't help trade for it, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Dark Iron it?
Yep. Generally in the early turns, just make sure you're putting out as much damage on the board as you can. Because it's a battle for reach on board. And that's
Right.
how you gain the board. That's how you win the board. And from there on, you just win.
Okay.
Mhm. Okay.
Mm, So then I'm guessing. Hmm. I don't know. Assuming Tinkertown for sure.
Is it? So here, what is looking at the board? Remember, we always look at the board first.
Right.
And if he trades here, like we don't want that, right? We can't deal with the 4-1. So
Uh-huh.
to avoid this trade, I would probably Divine Spirit here. The alternative play would be Acolyte of Pain, Stone Fury the Acolyte, but I just like Divine Spirit. It gives us a 4-8, which is pretty good. And then after, like, if he kills the 3-3, right, the Tinkertown, it's gonna be a 4-2. And what are we gonna do to finish it off? Use a 4-8, so might as well use Acolyte of Pain.
Right.
Yeah, because we only need to get it down to a 4-4. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, and just hit his face.
Sun Fury, I'm guessing. And just go kill the totem. As opposed to Boulder Fist.
Yeah, so why is that? Why is it that you want a Sun Fury as opposed to Bullet Fist?
The taunt Divine Shield essentially makes it a 8-10, and he can't really. If I get rid of the 0-2, he can't buff it.
Well, essentially it's a 4-8 because he's gonna use his weapon, right, on the Divine
Right.
Shield, so that adds
Right.
3 health to it.
Okay,
I
but
like
it's
I like
still
no, I like the Boulder Fist over here just because it challenges the Yeti to kill it in one hit. Yeah, it's less
Okay.
it's less work to be used, and I don't see a reason to play Sunwalker over Boulder Fist here. Like they're both weak to the same thing, which is Hex.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then just go face. Oh, no, the 0-2, correct?
Yep. Yep. Always board control with Priest.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Nice. So we learned something about his hand, right?
Mm-hmm.
What did we learn?
He doesn't have Hex. Well, we learned that before too, though.
I mean,
But-
okay, maybe he doesn't have Hex. I think it's less likely he has Hex, but I think for sure he doesn't have a mech that costs 6 or less
Right.
because he would play the mech to buff it up.
Right.
Which doesn't really sound like we can learn something amazing, right? It's something.
Well, yeah.
All right, what do you like here?
I think we go Macchiati Tinkertown and just go face.
So how would he trade? Always think about how your opponent would trade after after.
He would trade for the Macchiati. I would assume.
Yeah, and that leaves him with a 5-1. How do we deal with a 5-1? You see how that creates problems for our future turns.
Right.
Yeah, so I'd probably just go with Sunwalker because he can't trade then.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and then that allows us to play Sassy Deckhand. So in the case that he plays like Fire Alley, pop off the shield, or Stormforged Axe, pop off the shield, Rockbiter, Lightning Bolt, we can still run the
Right.
2-1 in, and that's less of a thing than running in like a 4-4 or the 4-8 into the Tiger to finish it off.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, there's the Fire Alley.
Mm-hmm. Um. So the 2-1 is into the 5-1, right?
Yes, but here I would probably get the spare part. Unless you're planning to play double 4-drop, which I wouldn't mind either. But I think I
Right.
would. Would I? I think I would probably Shredder Tinkertown Tech. Because if we get the +1 damage, it's pretty huge.
Right.
Okay. And then, so we want to continue with the 2-1 into 5-1 play?
Yes.
Yeah. And then what?
Mm. I think we still go face because we can't really trade it.
Yeah, and he's getting really low, right?
Yeah.
What would you taunt? I'll taunt the Shredder.
Okay.
So there's a couple reasons for this. Okay, we don't want him to get good trades. If he pops the Shredder, we get a 2-drop out of it, which allows us to finish off the 6-1, right? Instead of using another 4-8 or 4-4 or the other Shredder, right? We don't have to
Right.
double 4 into it. We can do 4+2 or 4+3, right? And the other thing is, if we taunt the 4-8, which would be the second choice, right? That way he can't kill it. Because we're thinking, oh, he can't kill it, so we should taunt this thing. If he has +2 damage, which is really easy for Shaman to have, because of things like Flame Tongue, and because Shaman is is a class with a lot of damage pings and whatnot, damage spells.
Right.
It's just not a good trade for us.
Right.
Yeah. It gives
Okay.
us damage on the board. The Shredder dying gives us damage on the board. That's how
Right.
you should think about
Whereas
it.
the other one, we just lose out on a minion.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. $143 packs. Thought he had like 300. We opened them. We opened the packs. If I saved up from the beginning, I think I would have like 1,500 packs.
Versus Brawl. The light shall bring victory.
Okay.
Keep South Sea. Pitch everything.
Yep, I like it. So like playing this deck, what do you wish we had more of? Like what cards do you wish we had more of? Like,
Lower drops.
yeah, right?
Yeah. Because I feel like our top end is strong enough.
Yeah. I'm really happy to have this 2-drop. I don't think we haven't had a 2 on 2 that often. We kept coining
No.
out into 3s,
Yeah.
which didn't really end up being that good.
Right. Or you just straight pass on to.
Yeah. Okay.
So do we trade this?
Why is he doing this? It really depends if he coins something out of here or not.
Right.
Okay. What's your play?
I think we just trade and go Stalker.
Okay, I like it. Because it's a trade that he can make, right? So
Right.
taking 2 damage on his face isn't worth him not making that trade and doing something else, like, you know, totem into spell damage and then coin Fork Lightning.
Right.
Yeah, that's why the coin mattered a lot on that turn.
For the crusade.
Okay.
That's the homie right there. I think we just dropped Deathlord.
Yeah, and hit face.
Yep.
I like it. There is a point to not hit face here because it's weak against lightning bolt, but I just hit face here, and the 2 damage is worth it.
Yeah.
Like you want to play around things to a certain point, and then if you play around like less likely things, past that point, it starts hurting you, right?
Right.
Like I think like that's where a lot of the skill in Hearthstone is, and this is what separates like good players from great players is the extent to which they play around certain things and how appropriate them playing around these things are.
Right.
Yeah, and just like
I feel like
knowing when to and when not
Yeah,
to.
I feel like like things I do know about that would like definitely screw me. I'm always like, crap, I need to play around this, and then I ended up losing because I did play around it.
Yeah, yeah. And that's just experience, really.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Um. I think we heal the Death Lord instead of Mech Yeti, and just trade across.
So if we heal it, we can't develop, and then we have a 2/1. He's gonna play a 4-drop next turn. 2/1 really doesn't
Right.
do it. This is what's
Right.
really scary. Like this is a really tough turn to do, and this is where like RNG will decide our fate pretty much.
Right.
Outrun.
Doesn't really matter how we trade though, right?
Yeah, I'll run it into the 3/2 because he might get a taunt out of that. But we gotta decide whether we want to trade the 2/3 into the 3/1, and I would just double trade here. Well, actually, okay, I lied.
Well,
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so now we can trade for the 3/1.
okay. And then just Yeti.
Yeah. You see why we didn't heal, right? There's just no follow up to it.
Right.
That's not so bad. Okay. Okay.
Shredder. Pass.
You want a Shredder Light Warden?
It's a free trade though, no?
It's a trade. Well, the one. So we had to determine whether the 1 damage. Let's say that he kills the Light Warden, right, with the 3/5.
Uh-huh.
We had to determine whether that damage is significant or not.
Yeah, well, I guess if he does that, we could hit the Shredder into the Kodo. And
Exactly. Like.
Then... Okay.
Yeah. If it didn't. If that was a 3/4 already, then there'd be no reason to play the Light Sword in here.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gets us a little bit of tempo. But this being our worst match and us needing tempo in this match, we're gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So 1/4 into 3/1.
Okay, and then what after that?
And we can Yeti heal, or we could Sunwalker. I think we. I think we Yeti heal. Actually,
Why?
Actually,
I would Sunwalker to protect our little guys.
right.
Yeah. I like the 1/1 being alive because next turn he has Fire Alley unless we have that narrow bar alive.
Uh huh.
Yeah, and Fire Alley is a pretty big board turn, I guess.
Right.
Board flip. Surprisingly good in against this. Oh god. Please no. Don't do it. Don't do it.
No.
Jellyfish! Welcome to the Rat Pack Jellyfish. Thanks for supporting the channel, man.
That
Appreciate
sub
very
hype.
much. Sub hype.
I guess Light Warden into 3/1.
And then what?
I guess. Actually, no. Sorry. Sunwalker into the Drake. We can heal it. Get the Light Warden into the 0-2.
Okay, so here, it's still a risk, right? Because then if he just uses a spell, then he kills the Light Warden, because it's at 1 health. So here,
Right.
I would probably just try to save as much health on the Stonewalker as I can. And to do that, we want to take less damage. And since these 4 all, we can kill either one of these with either one of our guys. I would hit the 3-1 with the Sunwalker.
The 3-1?
Yep, with the Sunwalker.
Oh, I was, yeah, sorry.
And then heal the Sunwalker, and then heal the Sunwalker, and then trade the Light Warden, and then play Dark Cultist and Sun Fury. It's okay, just play it. It's not a big deal. They're just minions. So you can see how we saved an extra health on the Sunwalker, right?
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Thought steal?
Yeah. Always draw first.
Yep. So I think we just trade the Sun Fury into the 4-2, kill the totem,
And
and
then
just
what do you want to play?
probably Fire Guard.
Yeah, get us that board presence.
Yeah.
Like it. Like in the late game, as long as we have just one dude to start healing up, we'll be good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't have BGH.
I know, I was just gonna say incoming BGH.
This is like one of the worst minions to get BGH. It just feels terrible, right? Because you
I
feel
know.
like you lucked out in getting the best attack. It ends up being the worst attack.
I know.
Let's see. Okay. Have you heard the new sub thing?
No,
Sub alert?
what is-
That's the sub alert.
Are you
It's a Tupac song, yeah. The Hit Me Up intro.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what are the trades here?
I think we could run Dark Cultist into the Giant,
Mm-hmm.
and then Fire Guard, Destroyer hit it,
Mm-hmm.
heal it, and then
Okay, let's start with the Dark Cultist and then the Fire Guard. Yep.
okay.
Yep. Take this step by step. Alright, so if we heal it, what does it save it against? Like, okay, so
Yeah, like he could crackle and just kill it
Yeah.
with any. So I think we just double Yeti or double Shredder and Yeti.
yes, definitely. Against Shaman, 1 and 3 is very similar. It's
Right.
similar enough that we don't want to minus tempo ourselves for an entire card not being on the board.
Right.
Yeah, he could have like an Elven Archer, and that would make us sad, but most of
Yeah.
the time, it's like 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, if only that was a 3-2. Never lucky.
I know. I guess we just dark iron the Yeti.
Yeah, let's do that. See what spare part we get.
Yeah. Razor Fen, and then
Yeah, Raven Fen and then just hit face. Nothing else we can
yep,
do. I don't see a point to stealthing here. I really don't.
right.
Fun. Alright. This is where it gets super
Interesting.
fun. Yeah. This is our first like super late game fight, our top deck fight.
Right.
So since we have no cards, playing around things is not our priority. Our priority is retaining our board and retaining our cards, and keeping and just making good trades. So how would you trade here?
Uh, 4/4 into the 3/3, the 2/3 into the 1/1, and just Shredder heal the 4/4.
Yep, I like it. Just free kills, right?
Yeah.
And then I would actually stealth the Dark Iron.
Okay.
Yeah, just because it's a stealth. I don't think it matters at this point how we use it.
Right.
Yeah, we're not like rushing him down. But this might save it from getting fire elemental or just hit by like a lightning bolt or crackle or rock biter. And it's just like how we taunted the Platter Shredder. If he kills the Shredder with the lightning bolt, right, we get something
Right.
back. Okay.
For a little while, I pack a big punch.
I love that card for some reason. I just think it's so funny.
He's cute. That's
I
why.
know. Razor Fen into the Fire Ellie.
Okay. I think that happens. Sure.
No matter what.
Well, let's pause. Because that shifts the totem, right? Because we're not always killing the totem.
Yeah.
So what are the rest of your trades?
Actually, I think we Dark Iron the Micro Machine
Okay.
first.
Okay.
Razor Fen the Fire Ellie.
Okay.
And then Goblin Auto Barber into the Twilight Drake. And just trade it.
So let's look at this. If we trade the Goblin Auto Barber and Twilight Drake, you run the 2/2 and totem into the 4/1, right? And possibly even get a taunt totem. That would give us problems. But if we kill the Flame Tongue, he trades the 4/3 for the 4/1. So I would kill the Flame Tongue with the 3/2.
Okay.
And then just play Shredder.
Heal the.
Yeah, heal the only guy that we can heal.
Oh,
I would run it into
No.
the 0/1, 0/2 totem. Okay, it's not a big deal.
yeah, my bad.
It's okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Actually, since we're gonna heal this, if we killed the Twilight Drake, he'd have 2/2. He wouldn't be able to kill anything except for the boar. I guess it's not a big deal, unless you got a taunt.
Right.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Yep.
So what are you thinking?
Do we trade the Dark Iron and the Boar into the Yeti? Or do we.
So things like Loot Hoarder, I would try to get You want to get positive death
Oh, yeah.
rattles back as soon as possible, and things like Leper Gnome, you want to delay them dying. Yeah.
Okay.
So I would just mass dispel because I want to cycle it. I want to get it out of my hand.
Okay.
Yeah. Because we
See what
wanna
we draw.
Yeah, exactly. Because we don't want to slow down.
So we played that.
Well, let's draw the card with Loot Hoarder first. Let's hit it into the 4/5 because we want to force this draw.
Okay.
Okay.
I think it's still Soul Priest.
Yeah, we can Soul Priest and then ping his Yeti, right?
You want to ping? Oh yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, and then use the 1/1.
Yeah.
And I would just kill these totems. That way you can't flame tongue us.
Yeah.
Okay. So with good trades, you know, he actually had a card advantage on us. But get it back on the board. And this is why trade initiative is so important.
Right.
Okay.
Tinkertown, and then Earthen Ring, one of the 2/3s.
Okay, but let's see what we draw first, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Something needs tinkering?
Okay.
I still think we Earthen Ring.
Sure. And then you want to run the 3/5 into the other one?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then just the 3/2 into the 0/2, and then 4/3 face.
Well, we can ping the 0/2, right? With our hero power? But yeah, everything else face is fine. Boom, boom. Okay.
I've got a huge gun.
One of, I'll just say Soul Priest in the 0/2, the heal into the Commando rest face.
So you always want to make sure you know how much damage you have at this point, because we have lethal, right?
Right.
Yeah. we're loving. Yeah, you just want to just keep track of how much damage you have. Like at this point, I would just be like, oh, I have this much reach. If he rolls a taunt totem, especially when your opponent's top decking, it's good to count. Cause that
Right.
at top deck mode, that's where like games can be like won and lost so easily, depending on like what they draw. And that's where like, oh, he top deck flame strike, GG, I was gonna win next turn, kind of thing.
Right. Okay.
But nice.
Gotta keep track of that.
Yeah, and this will, since we're recording this, I'll, you can, sorry, I'm getting a little bit tired. You'll get to rewatch it.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 4 a.m. almost. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go to the next one.
Queues are taking longer because it's getting later.
Yeah.
Anduin versus Valera.
Okay.
The light shall bring victory.
Okay.
Keep the South Sea and Powered Shield.
Yeah, I like it. We can make that into like a substitute 2-drop, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, so I would have. So since he could hero power, it might have been better to coin out. Power
Oh.
Shield, right?
Shit, my bad.
It's okay. Not a big deal.
think we coin Earthen Ring.
I'll probably point out Tinkertown Tech. I think the Earthen Ring Battle Cry is a little bit stronger.
Okay.
Getting a random spare part, yeah. It's just better for tempo. If we get like an Alkanai, or even if we just heal a minion for 3, it's pretty big.
Right. Okay. Insert Braveheart Freedom.
Yeah, some weird stuff is going on in chat. But yeah, what's your player?
We could we could shield the Tinkertown, trade and heal it.
Yeah, let's shield first.
Yeah.
Yep. So here, if we drew into a 2-drop, I think we would have played the 2-drop, right, instead of healing. Just to
For
get
the
more
board
tempo.
yeah.
Not for board control at that point. But just so we can, it's a little bit harder for him to remove 2 guys as opposed to 1 guy at 4 health, because he might just have an eviscerate, right?
Right.
So, for tempo and initiative purposes. Okay. What's your play?
I think we just we hit into the 3/2 and just Yeti.
Yep, I like it.
There's no point healing it, so.
So this is especially good because he has a 2 attack. He has a 2 attack dagger, right? Oh my god, I'm starting to get really tired. I can't talk anymore. He has a 2 attack damage. He has a 2 attack damage hammer, knife.
Dagger.
Dagger. He has a 2 damage knife dagger. Well, it's a knife too. Whatever. So this thing at 1 or 2 doesn't matter, and he can't remove everything. He had a shiv, but you know.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Holy crap, words, man. Save me.
Like, even to get rid
yeah,
of it,
guys.
it still has to.
Trading a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So. I'm not against piloted and then freeze the SI agent versus repair block.
Versus Yeti as well, right? There's like 3 different kinds of plays we could do.
Right.
I think maybe Yeti. Because we can hit into one of these guys and have Yeti survive and then hide it under a taunt next turn. Right, hide it behind a taunt. I think that's good. Because then Yeti could hit into one of these small guys and then be traded up next turn. Right?
Right.
Next turn.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're going to kill something small on turn 6, and on turn 7 we're planning to run into something big without healing it to get us tempo.
Right.
And then freeze a 3/3. Perfect. This is one of the perks I have. It's pretty fun.
It's pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
They want it. They want it, man.
Alright, what do you like here?
Well, that's a Felry, right?
Yes, it is. We have so many taunts, we could probably mill this deck.
Yeah. So do we just start playing cheap cards?
No, I mean, we don't have to mill it this turn. We should just make the strongest play for the turn. Since we can't kill that this turn, what is the strongest play?
Probably still the same play.
So Sunwalker
Actu-
provides 4 damage to the board.
Actually, I was maybe pilot it into Sun Fury.
Yeah. Yep. Ooh.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
So
What happened?
you want to make sure you're taunting the right thing, right? So how are you gonna? What are you gonna kill on the board here? 4, 5, and
Okay.
2, 3, 3, right?
Yes.
Because it challenges the 4, 3. Mm-hmm. Do you want to heal, or do you want to play the taunt? I think I'd rather heal it. Heal the Yeti.
Okay.
Because then now it can't be killed by the 2/2. Yeah.
Right, right. I actually missed what we mold to, or what he burned.
It's trading. If only this is the freeze part. That's where it gets really fun.
Yeah.
How many cards do you have to play? 5 more over 2 turns. 5 more over 2 turns, and we had to beat 1, 5, 6, 7. 7 cards to beat. And we already have 7, 8 drawn by next turn.
Your magic shall not.
Okay. Okay.
Well.
There goes that plan.
Yep.
Okay. What do you like here?
Hmm. I think Shredder and Farseer.
Mm-hmm. Adds the most damage to the board, right?
Right.
7? Yep. I mean, Upgrade Repair Bot Sun Fury works as well, but I kind of want to save the Sun Fury. I think we might
Right.
need it. Let's see. Kind of want to try to ignore that Fell Reaver. Because we can do Upgrade Repair Bot on the piloted, and then kill a Spellbreaker, right? Kill for free.
Mm-hmm.
So by not clearing it, let's say that he just went face here. By not clearing it, we get a little bit more damage on the board next turn because we have to save the 4 attack from the Shredder. What is my schedule for streaming this week? Not sure, man. Not sure. It's a pretty bad answer, right? Not sure though. I'll tweet it out when I plan to stream. Okay.
Huh.
It's kind of
I
actually
don't-
like really sucks.
Yeah. I don't really see any good. Sunlocker doesn't necessarily do all that much. I think we trade the Earthen into the Fell Reaver.
Okay, and then what?
Not too entirely sure.
So okay, let's
think-
make that trade. The 3/3 for the 8/1.
Mm-hmm.
And I would put the Sunwalker.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And I would stealth it. This prevents him from using his hero power to clear it. And then we can use the Divine Shield to clear the 4/3.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's like a delayed taunt in a way.
Right. So we do that trade first.
Well, we have Dark Iron now, right? I think we might want to plan to mind control that Force Tank.
Right.
Yeah, let's do Dark Iron Dwarf and kill the Spectral Knight.
Okay.
Yep, and then we get Death Lord up. So pause here. What would he do? Maybe he has another. Maybe he has an assassinate. Assassinate this one. Hit hero power. Hit trade here. It's not so bad. I'd probably just heal face here. Yeah.
As opposed to Sun Fury, the
Yeah.
okay.
I don't think it's necessary. I probably would have positioned this a little bit differently because of betrayal, but it's not a big deal. So the plan is we want him to clear his stuff and have only like one threat. So we want to mind control the Force Tank. All right, so that kind of sucks.
That's awkward.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, if we just positioned it a little bit better, it would have been.
Okay.
Yeah, it would have been.
So
good.
you'd have put it in the middle?
I would have put the 2/8 in the middle.
Yeah.
That way it only does 2 damage to each. But it's okay. It happens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see anything else. We had to mind control that and then just kill the 6/4. Okay.
I was thinking of something. Yeah.
Yeah, with some with the Akanai and ping and then just delaying the mind control.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have 2 damage from his hand, right? He had 8 mana to do 2 damage directly. So I'm gonna make the assumption that he doesn't have 2 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do we thought steal?
Well, with this, hold on. This is actually hit 4, 2, 6, 4, 2. Okay, Alkanite ping. I don't think we actually have enough mana to do that. 5 Sun Fury, unless we do 5 Sun Fury. Heal face. I would probably choose to start healing face because we can do upgraded repair bot to buff up the force tank.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then taunt both of them. And then we could silence the 3/5.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I would hit him in the face. Because at this point, we're racing for him to draw direct damage.
Right.
And I don't want to race that for that long. We'll give him one try, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. This is a pretty strong board, you know? The only draw he could have gotten is Eviscerate.
Right.
So he needs a top tech Eviscerate. Is that true? He could have had it Assassinate. 4, 3, 3, 6. Assassinate would do it. Nice. Looks like we got it. Wait, no we don't. No we don't. Yeah, we just start with plus still. I think there's a high chance that we draw into lethal here. And there you go.
2 to face, right? Or do we? Actually, how do we go about doing this?
Killing him?
Well, he has the.
We just double perditions that. There's so many
Oh,
ways
yeah,
you can kill him. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
There's a lot of ways you can kill him.
Okay, I did, actually didn't.
Nice.
Oh man, that was bad.
It's good. Starting to run out of time. Do you want to keep going?
Yeah. No, it's getting pretty late, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
8-1, not bad though. I think.
Yeah.
You could probably take this, just play it slow, and just think about like all the turns, and then you could probably hit 12 with this.
Okay, I'll definitely try.
Yeah.
I'll take essentially like what you said to heart. Like, play it slow and just see all the options.
Yeah, definitely. That's what you gotta do. And yeah, I'll let you know when it is uploaded onto the Tempo Storm YouTube, and you can check it out there.
Okay, sounds good, man.
All right. Thank you, Deadly Hello, for being on.
All right, thank you guys, and you, Ratsmah.
All right. See you later, man.
All right, peace out.
Peace.